So the next urban skill I like to show you is how to make a lantern out of a aluminum can and a Sharpie marker. So Sharpie markers like this are pretty common. Any office type setting, you can usually find one. It's a good thing to carry. Writes on multiple surfaces, and if you were applying a tourniquet or something, you could write the time the tourniquet was applied right on the victim. So it's kind of a good thing to have, but people just don't realize how flammable these things are. I have used these in the past, and I've actually got over a 25-minute burn time. So of course you could use this as a fire starter. Once you get it lit, you could add kindling to it, and again, if you can't get a fire going in 25 minutes, you've got some serious issues. But this completely depletes the resource, so you should use this wisely. But the main thing I like about it is you can add a can to it and make a real quick lantern that gives you a solid burn time to get out of a building or to navigate a building like behind me, going through a dark area looking for resources. So to get this done, a clean can is best. Garbage is everywhere, so use what you've got. And I'm going to be using my Swiss Army knife again. Again, any knife will work for this. So I'm going to cut about 1/3 across, and I'm going to come down, oh, maybe 1 inch up. So I've got a slice on the bottom, a slice on the top, and now right in the middle, I'm going to make a slice. And what that's going to do is open like doors. So that's why I'm saying a clean can is best for this. It's going to be more reflective. But if you've got dirt and crap and anything else in there, then you know, it's just less effective. It still works a heck of a lot better than just holding the marker by itself. So on the bottom of this, I just want to make a real small X. And I'm very careful pushing on a non-lock blade knife like this. I'm just wiggling the blade through. There we go. About like this. Should work. Now, again, this destroys the Sharpie, so you want to do this in an emergency. I'm going to take the back of it and just open this up a little bit, about like that. And now all I do is insert the marker. So this is going to burn through the paint in the marker, and then the plastic's actually going to burn as well. So you don't want it too low, you don't want it too high, but I usually push it past this shoulder so I've got a little more adjustment. Now the plastic does drip, so this is similar to just a candle and how people will put a candle holder or aluminum foil or anything around it to keep wax from dripping. So to keep the plastic from dripping, this can catches all of that residue. But the most important thing about this is, and what makes it an actual lantern, is that you can navigate with it. So I don't have just a 360-degree light. I can actually shine this in a direction. So if I was exploring a building looking for resources or something similar, I could look in a certain area. My light signature would be less because I could keep it pointed away from any windows. So I could assess threats. I could look for resources. I could escape a building. I could explore a building. So this is actually a very, very important skill to know, just because these two items are so common and people just don't think to put them together. So we have about an hour and a half until sunset. Once it's dark, I'll go outside and just light this and let you see how well it works, and I'll show you what kind of burn time you can expect. So now that we're full dark, here's our Sharpie candle lantern, and this thing's pretty impressive. You're gonna be impressed with this thing. I'll shut the light off to give you the full effect. So now, because it's directional, I'm in the dark right now, but I'm going to turn this to myself, and you can see how well this works. This lets you ID someone. You can see, is this a flashlight? Is this a knife? You can, again, maneuver. You can navigate around buildings. You can ID certain things. This is awesome. You are using up a resource. So this marker is completely dead after we're done with this. But if your flashlight was dead for some reason, or you were caught off guard without your flashlight, your cell phone battery dies, you're separated from your gear, you have to start improvising things. Being able to move around at night is pretty critical. You're looking at, a solid 12 hours of night certain times of the year, if not more. So being able to pull a lighter out of your pocket, grab a Sharpie, grab a tin can, and make a legit lantern, that's a pretty big deal. So as you can see now, we're starting to burn into the plastic. So this has a core, I mean, I'm sure you've had markers apart when you were a kid, but it burns down through the core, the plastic melts. And like I said, it depends on the marker, depends on how new it is, but I've got over 25 minutes with these in the past. Now, you don't have a full 25 minutes to navigate. This is, we're about 3 minutes in right now. So you can see we're starting to burn down a little bit. I can slide the Sharpie into it more. And as the Sharpie melts, it's going to continue to burn, as I mentioned, for a full 25 minutes, but you don't have that much navigation time. At some point, you're going to burn down past your handle. You can kind of see my hand here. So I've still got quite a bit, but it's getting close right now. So I would say about 5 minutes of easy navigation. And then at that point, this is going to be set down, and it's almost going to be a camp setting. So this might get you into a room. This might get you into a building. At that point, you can set the thing down, and you're kind of going to be out of luck as far as navigation unless you've got a separate Sharpie marker that you can throw in this. It's starting to get a little wobbly right now. I'm going to set it down. So at this point, it's casting light, but it's burned down too much to actually hold on to. You can still use the reflector to navigate, or you can still use the reflector to cast light a certain direction. And I'm pretty darn sure this is toxic. I mean, you're just burning up a plastic marker, so that's probably not the best thing for you to be breathing in an enclosed area. So I'm going to give this particular marker about 4 minutes of nav time. The marker burnt in half right now, and I've got the cap on a log, and the can itself's got a little bit of residue plastic fell down in. So we're still good. I could use this to light a fire at this point. I can improvise candles in other ways. Wax crayons is another thing you can grab. But this is a good trick to know. This is something, again, this is a resource that's very common. You can have with you, you can find it in key environments such as stores, office buildings. Most houses have markers of some type in it like this. But this is a resource that most people aren't going to be grabbing and running out the door with. So after the first wave of picking is done, chances are you can still find a marker, and you're always going to be able to find trash resources like a can. So store this one away. Go ahead and try it for yourself. But this is definitely a skill that can save your life. You can navigate out of a pitch black building using just a marker and an aluminum can.